Hey everyone, Jordy here. Today I want to continue this series called Content That Captures Attention and Converts. I'm starting the series for a few reasons. One of them is a lot of my clients have just lack clarity in who they want to talk to, who they want to work with. And I'm making this series as a way to help you guys fast track your progress so your business doesn't close, so you can work with the people that you love and build a big business. So this series is called Content That Captures Attention and Converts because the one of the most cost-effective ways for people to grow a business is to create content, because where it doesn't cost money, it costs you time. And just like I'm making a video like this, you guys can also do the same for yourself. So the first idea that I want to talk about today is how to pick your niche, as you can see up here. So there's one belief that we have to get a little bit clear. And that idea is why most businesses fail. Most businesses fail because you aren't getting enough leads, right? That is one of the most common reasons businesses fail. The next idea here is 99% of leads that are generated are unqualified. Look, most people that come into your world, into your pipeline, into your funnel, I'll explain some of those concepts in other videos, they aren't ready to buy at this very moment. There's only a handful of people that are ready to take out their card and go. Next, no one knows who they are. So if no one knows who you are, you cannot make any sales. That should be pretty self-explanatory. And all clients are from referrals, right? When I speak with most of my colleagues in photography or most early stage businesses, and even some business owners that have built extremely profitable businesses, all the clients are from referrals. And if you're ever looking to sell your business, if you're ever looking to expand, word of mouth is not a reliable marketing strategy. And now, the kicker: if you have enough self awareness, you might actually be the problem. And this is okay. This is okay because you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of the times we get caught in cycles of building an idea that we like, not doing enough research, and therefore we just create redundant ideas in the marketplace. So it's perfectly fine if you are the problem, because the whole point of this series is to help you to uncover that. Now, let's do a scenario. Let's use a photography example because I am a photographer, I'm a commercial photographer. We have three photographers here, one, two, and three. So photographer one is a generalist photographer who shoots maternity shoots, baby showers, parties, and sweet 16s. Photographer two is a wedding photographer. He does small weddings, large weddings, destination weddings. And then photographer three is a commercial photographer who specializes in campaign launches for e-commerce stores, physical stores, and ad campaigns. Would you look at that? Now, let's say we have a client, right? We have a client. Client comes along and the client is like, we have to launch this campaign. I wonder who can help me. Now, let's go up to the top. Is this person going to hire the generalist photographer? Chances are they won't, right? Because the generalist photographer does one too many things, and they're also completely unrelated to what that client may need, so they get eliminated. Second one. So our second photographer here does have a specialty in wedding photography. However, the client is not really looking for that at this moment. Next, photographer three. They're a commercial photographer who specializes in campaign launches. Oh my God. This photographer is going to get selected. And that, my friends, is the power of picking a niche, or identifying where you stand, putting your flag in the ground, whatever analogy you want to use, right? Now, the next part that may not be so obvious as well, Jordy, how do I pick my niche? We're going to get into that. I am going to share a framework with you guys that I've taught my mentors, mentees, sorry, my coaching students, and I want to share it with you guys today. And I like numbers because men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. We have a table here that is broken up into categories, and I'm going to explain them to you one by one. So the niche type. The niche type simply means, and I'm going to give an example that is outside of photography for you guys who may have other types of businesses, but this applies to any business. Niche type. You want to look at your niche type, right? So that's the area that you want to focus on. For this, we have maternity shoots, sweet 16s, and store launches. Next, this is an analysis where you may find in a book called The One Page Marketing Plan. I will add it in the link below. It's a really great book. It's one of my favorite books. I reread it every month. They have a section in there that discusses an idea called the PVP analysis. It's one of my favorite tools, and it ranks the niche that you want to work in based on the profitability, meaning how profitable it is to you, the value to the marketplace, so how much of value it is to your ideal client, right? Going back to that niche, and then how much personal fulfillment you get from it. Because let's face it, guys, there's a lot of different ways to make money, but you may not enjoy all of them. Next, you rank this in a total score out of 30, right? So all of these numbers here, look at my beautiful handwriting on this chalkboard, right? So it's 20 out of 30, it's 18 out of 30, and then 30 out of 30. So maternity shoots. My first niche that I developed for myself, and I think this may be one big brain dump exercise, but follow me, guys. My first niche that I really expanded my business in was maternity shoots. Now, as far as the total amount of maternity clients that I was attracting at the time and how I was running my ads, they weren't really that profitable for me because the majority of the clients that I was attracting based on the strategy that I was running, it weren't really that profitable to me. Now, while it wasn't that profitable, it was indeed very valuable because we realized then, after talking to hundreds of moms, the core reason that moms book maternity shoots was from a sense of regret. So we used that in our marketing. Now, personal fulfillment, after doing it for 4 years, I got tired of it. So that gets a score of 20. 6 plus 8 plus 6, 20, right? Next, sweet 16s. I didn't really do them that often. Were they profitable? Yes, they certainly were because parents invest a lot of money into kids when they're turning 16, right? Value to the marketplace. Absolutely. It was a valuable service and I ranked it at an 8. Personal fulfillment. I did not really enjoy working with 16-year-olds or the parents of 16-year-olds. Personal preference, didn't really enjoy it that much. Now let's look at the scenario in where I actually am in my business. Since the last 4 years, me and my team have worked tremendously hard to shift our business focus. So now one of the types of commercial photography we do is store launches. They could be an e-commerce store or a physical store. So profitability, very, very profitable business activity for us. Value to the marketplace, we rank that as a 10 out of 10 because this is a need. When a person is launching a store, they need precision. They need great images. They need images that tell a story. And as far as personal fulfillment, I got a lot of fulfillment out of doing these because the client would be happy, my team would be fulfilled, they're getting paid, and I'm happy that everything is getting delivered. So we rank that as a score out of 30. Now, if you look at these numbers, Sweet 16s get an 18, so obviously I'm not going to pick that niche. I'm going to exit off. Maternity shoots get 20 out of 30. I'm going to X that off. And then I'm going to pick, I'm just going to put this in the color green for illustrative purposes. How do I pick the green color here, right? I'm going to pick green. Look at that. And that is, so if well, not if, because I am a photographer, I'm going to pick store launches as my niche based on this calculation right here. And it is a easy calculation that you guys could replicate. I have a niche calculator which I will be making available to you guys so that you can download it and use it for yourself. But trust me, this saves so much time. Now let's do another example, right? Because photography just may not be relatable to a lot of people, and I'm biased because I am a commercial photographer. Now let's say I was a real estate professional, right? Let's say I'm a real estate professional. Let me make that bigger for you guys. Real estate. So I'm going to do a real estate example. And I'm going to do something like residential. Actually, the an easier way to do it is I'm just going to copy the table. Let me copy the table and I'm gonna paste the table here. Would you look at that? Nice and easy. I was about to redo this. All right, so let me erase these for you guys, make it nice and neat. And let's bring this example home. So let's do a real estate example. In real estate, we can be a residential real estate agent, right? And let's say I do family homes. I like family homes. Next, I may do apartment, right? I may do apartment units, right? Let me give respect to my real estate professionals out there. Apartment units, and then next, I may like to do commercial real estate for startup founders, right? I'm just trying to make this as niche as possible. Now, would you look at this? So I'm just gonna erase the numbers here for you guys. Let me delete those. Let's get some fresh calculations in here. So let's start from the top. Residential family homes. Profitability, right? So let's make this clear. I am a real estate agent. So I'm getting about 5% commission off of a sale. Now, real estate professionals do, if I make this part incorrect, just comment below and correct me, right? But I'm getting 5% commission off of a sale, right? So 5% commission. So let's look at this. Now, as far as profitability, for family homes are really great, but they're not really that profitable. So I'll rank it as a 6. And remember, this is a fictional example, but it is very valuable to the family, so I'll give them an 8. Next, personal fulfillment, I get a 6 personal fulfillment out of this. So 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 8 is 20. So they get a 20. Now, let's think about this. Apartment units. Man, apartment units are great, but man, like when I do a $2,000 apartment unit, I'm not really making that much money. I'll give that a 3. Value to the marketplace. Apartment buyers are great. Do they really need it? I mean, at the time it may be urgent, so you know what? They get a 7, right? So now we're up to 3 plus 7 to 10. Now, personal fulfillment is cool, but it's really not where my heart lies, so they get a 12. All right, remember, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The numbers here don't lie. Next, commercial real estate for startup funders. Now, profitability, I'm dealing with guys here that are venture backed. So they have money to spend. And I'm getting them a nice commercial space. So I give them a 10. Now, value to the marketplace. Well, if you're building a team in a startup office, you need that commercial property. So I'm going to give that a 10. And now, personal fulfillment. It is stressful at times, but I enjoy this. And I'm going to give that a 10. Now, would you look at that? Would you look at that? The numbers here do not lie. I'm going to bring my pen back up to the screen, and would you look at that? We have a score of 20. So residential family homes is a pretty strong contender. Apartment units, let's just put apartment units in red because that is a 12. We don't want anything that is that low. But would you look here? Commercial real estate. So this may be a niche that you want to get into. Now, a lot of people may have varying opinions about this because there's a lot of different schools of thoughts. But remember this, guys, the niche is you. What does that mean? The niche is you. When I think about that concept, your niche a lot of the times is based around your interest. So it's based around your interest. It's based around and this is just beliefs that I'm sharing with you guys that have made me successful. They may or may not work for you, but I want to share this in hopes that it helps one person. So your niche is you. So your interest, the amount of stress that you're able to tolerate, the fulfillment that you get from working in the area, and a host of other factors. But this is how I like to define a niche because I like to make words practical and applicable. So this is how I think about a niche, right? The niche is related to these factors, and these you could break these down into a lot of different areas, but I just want to keep it very general for you guys. So the niche is you. So your interest, the amount of stress that you can tolerate, and the amount of fulfillment that you get. So this is the formula that I use to define a niche, and I hope it helps you guys. Check out the link in the description below where you can download this niche calculator. It will automatically calculate what the niche is for you, so you don't have to think about it, or you could just look at the numbers yourself. But hope this helped. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe. Thank you, guys.